What's up, everyone? You're listening to Untangle It All with Ella.
And Emily. Two stylists, one podcast, and zero filters. We're talking hair, hustle, and everything in between.
Well, that was a fun week. How
It
was your
was.
week?
My week was good. How was your week?
It was good. It was so exciting, like being able to share that
Yeah.
our podcast is now out with everyone, my
Yep.
friends, my family, clients. Like, it's been so much
It
fun.
has, and we've had such positive feedback, honestly.
Yeah,
So, everyone who's listening, who's been supporting, new supporters, thank you so much
we
because
appreciate it very
we do.
much.
We appreciate it so much. We've gotten wonderful feedback. We've got some ideas. We're super excited.
We definitely have some guests who will be joining us.
Yes, we can't wait to bring on some guests, and we're super thankful that people want to do that. Ella and I definitely have a vision of having like a stylist segment on as many episodes as we can because this industry is so diverse and so is every single stylist in it. And we'd love to just pick the brains of anyone and everyone.
Absolutely. Everyone is just so different in their own ways, and I love
Yeah.
it.
And that's kind of hair because there's 100 ways to get to the same ending and different ways to do it. So it's really nice to be supported by stylists of all stages
Oh,
and
yeah.
ages.
Yep. You know what I've found the most crazy about all of this?
Well,
Like, obviously, everyone's like so supportive and like, oh, good job. But like,
mm-hmm.
the clients.
I know. And they're like, oh, I'm going to listen. Like,
And then they like actually get you like write down the name of it. And I'm like,
yes,
wow.
I know. I love it. When I think it was either yesterday or Monday, either one of the days that someone totally that I would never think would want to listen to a podcast, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna check you guys out." I don't know if you
Yeah,
know who I'm talking about,
I
but
do because
you were cutting hair too. We're
you
sitting
were
there.
cutting his hair. And as
Yes.
I was ringing my client out, he came up directly and spoke to me. He was like, good
Yes.
luck. And I'm
Oh,
going to
yes, it
listen.
was him. I know. I'm
Like,
really
that was
excited.
that
So
made me
if
feel
you're
really good.
listening, thank you so much. We love your support.
We do.
It means a lot. Did you have any wild stories from your week? Since this was released, we recorded last Wednesday, and then we would have had a few days working then our weekend. We released it Sunday, and it's Wednesday
Yeah,
again.
so we would have had a week. Not really. I was off today. That was fun.
Yeah.
Different. I'm not typically off Wednesdays, so that was
Mm-hmm.
nice.
What day are you usually off?
Well, because I am new,
Mm-hmm.
I obviously am still kind of following like your guys' schedules
Mm-hmm.
and like depending on who's there at night and in the morning and
Mm-hmm.
everything. But I feel like the most consecutive days off I've had have been either a Monday or a Friday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mine are usually Mondays. They were Fridays, and then I had to get stuff shifted around because of ball with my kids. So now I'm off Mondays, which I like. Our salon is closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
A lot of salons are closed on Mondays, but we're open. We're also open Saturdays 9 to 5. A lot of salons will have like a half day, but
Till 3.
not us.
Yeah.
No, we're there
But this week is
with
just like
cheer.
different though. Well, this month really, because everyone's on vacation, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of vacation this month, so every week's a little bit different, but we don't mind at all. And honestly, my manager, if you're listening, I'm not volunteering, but I like 12 dates.
Honestly,
but I only a few of them. I don't want to be all the time, but I don't mind having my morning, and like our evenings aren't too crazy.
even I don't mind like the middle of the day. Like I don't mind a 10 to 6 or an 11 to 7.
I like them too, actually. Like not rushing right into open, but then having a little bit of time in the morning, and you still get your evening, especially in the summer. It's not bad.
And that's what's not terrible about a 12 to 8 in the summer is because it's still bright when you're going home.
Exactly. In the winter, like it doesn't matter what I'm working or what I'm doing. After
It's
5
dark.
o'clock, like I want to be home.
And it's dark when you go to work. It's dark
Yeah.
when you leave for work.
It's
Ugh.
wild times.
Well, I did actually some highlights
Yes.
yesterday, so that was pretty fun. Like I said, like we do a lot of cuts, but we do have variety of color as
Yeah.
well, and I just had so much fun with that. It was like brought me back to my school days. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I haven't done this since school." And I was like, I've seen so many different techniques here and stuff, so I was like trying new things and it turned out beautifully.
It
and I
did.
loved that I didn't have to like obviously I did step by step like what I would
Yeah.
do, but I didn't have to do it the traditional way we were taught at school
I
because
don't
I've
think you
seen
even asked for help, did you?
no, because like I've just been watching TikToks.
Yeah.
Like I learned so much from TikTok.
I know, it's crazy.
And from
isn't it?
watching everyone else and
Yeah.
like so I did like some pieces in the back for her ponytail, but she didn't need really much more than just her roots. So
Yeah.
I used as little bleach as I had to on her, and it was so pretty.
I think that's what is like changing the game too for hair is social media, because there's so many talented stylists out there who are like putting their talent out in the internet, but also showing it. I still do, like, I'll use videos. I paid for a subscription. Everyone should check out the Blonde Chronicles. She's on Instagram, TikTok. She has a course. When I graduated, I paid for like 6 months straight a course from her online. It was amazing. I got certified for extensions online.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can do and learn a lot.
That's actually what I was looking at TikTok yesterday. I was like, what is some different half head foil techniques? Because I'm like, I don't want to leave her whole underneath just dark, but I'm like, she doesn't need underneath them. So that's where I was like, I'm just going to do the 2 vertical sections and 1 straight section in the back for if she has a ponytail.
Back framing, not face framing. Yeah, back framing. Exactly. I love those. Oh, she calls them like the ponytail or something.
Yeah,
the
so
Blonde Chronicles.
They frame when the ponytail. Yeah,
when you put it up. Yes, I love doing that too. I did foils today. My client today, I felt was a good challenge because she's never had highlights. She's in her 40s. She always box dyes her hair red at home.
Oh, wow.
She wanted to be lighter. She wanted to cover her grays, but she didn't want to be too light. She didn't know she wanted to be caramel or blonde. Like, she was scared.
That's fair if you never bleached your hair.
100%. And I think she was happy. I loved it. It looked really good. She has super curly hair, so it like really like accentuated the curls nicely. Yeah. I really like it. It was really funny because she threw her hair up immediately. She warned me. See, this, I don't care. Throw your hair up. Don't bother me. I just found it funny. She warned me as soon as she even sat in my chair. Like, she literally, I don't even know if she had the cape on. She's like, I'm even putting my hair up, by the way.
I feel that. That is
it's me. Too hot.
And the men, where they apologize when they put their hat on, I really don't care. It bothers some, but like, I don't care.
I don't either. If it's your hair, you're paying, we did it, you're happy. All I care about is the client being happy. Exactly. Literally. I don't.
And the only thing I will say is don't ask me to put product in your hair if you're going to put a hat on, because I just got my hands all gross.
Yes, with the hair. I hate when you use the pomades and the hair like, or the gel and it sticks. Yeah, all those little hairs. But I mean, I guess they probably feel worse with the hair sticking to their head and neck.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm the same. I don't care if you put your hair up, if you put a hat on. I don't know. I feel like sometimes on social media you see stylists getting all up in arms about certain things, and I'm like, is this just a trendy thing to get upset about, or are we just super easygoing here? Because a lot of stylists, really not a big deal. Don't care.
Yeah,
no, and literally. That's a lot of people I've worked with. It's like, another thing is, I had somebody who sat in my chair and said the last haircut they got they didn't like. So they were just letting it grow out. And I told him, and he actually like said he would. I'm like, no, like, if you don't like your haircut, please, I'm somebody who wants to know. So like,
know what I can
He's
fix.
like, oh, I'll just wait for the next person and like try and skip the stylist. I don't even know if it was at our shop. That's just what he was saying. And I was like, if I give you a bad haircut today, will you promise me, please, to tell me? Because fair. How else can I grow?
And yeah, like, how are you gonna know what's wrong with it?
Exactly. He says he liked it, so I hope he liked it. I mean, it was a pretty basic cut, but I just want clients to tell me, and I'm not going to get mad. Like, if you like something or don't like something, I want to know, and I want to be able to help them.
And that's another thing is, I want to know if you see something when I'm doing something.
Me too.
Like the other day to you, like, I apologized before I did it, but then afterwards I was like, wait, no. She's not going to think that's rude because I'm helping her.
Yeah,
Emily had done a buzz cut, and like we've said, our corner is a bit dark.
Yeah.
And when she turned, I just happened to look over, and I was like, "Oh, Emily, I can see like 2 little hairs that haven't been cut." And she's like, "Oh yeah, like when you turned it to a certain light, you could see it."
Yeah. No,
like, I want people to do that.
Me too. Michaela did that for me before too. She noticed. Oh, this reminds me. Okay. So, similar situation. I swear I don't suck at buzz cuts. It's just sometimes I don't even know, but this guy, there was a little bit left and it was on like near the nape of his neck almost. So I went to go fix it, and didn't I not put the guard on? So he got a skin fade. He didn't notice. I didn't tell him. I know we should tell our clients, but this was so low, thank God. Like, it was really close to the nape, and it actually ended up looking better like that. It looked really styled, but I was
poker face,
freaking out for a minute. I was like, oh my God, I did not. Because I think he was a 1 or a 2.
At least he wasn't like a 5.
No. And then I accidentally took that up, and I was like, whoa. No one saw that. I'm just gonna blend it here a little bit, and off we go.
Oh my.
Yeah, but I think on that note, where we're talking about this, that leads into what we wanted to discuss a little bit, maybe the salon etiquette.
Yeah, between salon etiquette for a client, but also salon etiquette as a
Yes,
stylist,
we
because
are
that is
self-aware stylists here.
very important.
Yes, we are not perfect. And these are just some things that we feel like is etiquette on both sides.
So, obviously, like a big one, arrive on time,
Yeah.
because it's not as hard in a walk in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do have another client who ended up booking online,
Mm-hmm.
that's running into theirs.
Yeah.
But then another thing that's etiquette that I wrote down would to be, if you're gonna be late or you need to cancel, just ring,
Just
just give us
call.
a call.
100%.
Yeah, like that's,
I
things
know it
happen. That's
sucks.
fine.
And even if a salon charges a cancellation or a late fee, maybe they'll waive it if you actually call them. Whereas if you don't call them and you just ghost,
Yeah,
then they're probably going to charge you next time for sure.
yeah. Like I would rather
Just call.
yeah, and be like,
100%.
oh, Ellie, your client's not coming. Okay.
Yeah. I gotta say, I had a lot of no shows at one of the salons I was at, and knock on wood, this one doesn't really have no shows. I know that we don't have too many bookings, but I've
We have a fair
never,
amount.
yeah, like I've never had a color not show up, cuts and stuff. People show up.
I have had one caller not show up, but she herself messaged me and was like,
Oh, that's
this
good.
happened. Like,
Yeah.
that is,
That's all
life
we
happens.
need.
I get that.
Yeah, then we're not standing around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You need to be honest about your hair history.
Yep. I
Again,
also wrote that down.
if you know us, like I said, we are not judgmental, and most hairstylists aren't judgmental. If you color your hair at home, whatever, but we have to know, like, that the chemicals, we need to know what we're working with. And actually, today the girl had layers and layers of like auburny red box dye. I don't care, and it doesn't scare me. I just need to know so that we can give you a realistic like expectation, so we know if we are potentially going to fry your hair off,
Yeah.
if there's certain chemicals, like especially henna or something.
That is very, yeah.
And along those lines, just because you haven't colored your hair in 1 year doesn't mean there's not color in your hair. Like if you have long hair, it could be 10 years of product on your
100%.
hair. So really, we need, when we say we want to know your hair history, girl, I want to know what your hair was when you were a child, for God's
Yeah.
sake. Like
Literally.
if you got a perm, whatever.
We're not asking to be like, oh my gosh, why would you do that?
No.
We're asking so you aren't like, oh my God, why am I getting a chemical haircut
Exactly.
right now?
Or why is my hair orange, not blonde? But I think that part of that probably comes from social media, because you do see like even TikToks of stylists like making fun of their clients almost, or like someone says they color their hair at home and you hear these horror stories of where stylists like rolled their eyes and like gave them a lecture. Like, it's like 2025. We're over that. Literally. Like if you want to color your hair at home, fine. You just got to understand that's permanent hair color, and that changes the game. So I always tell my clients, whether you had permanent hair color in a salon or at home, I need to know.
Exactly.
Like it's going to make a big difference.
And like this, so say if you're my client right now, this is coming from me. If you don't want to be honest with me and stuff, I understand. Like maybe you think I'm going to judge you. Again, I'm not, but just think me as your stylist. You're telling me it's 100% virgin hair.
Yeah.
And then your hair comes out in the foil.
Yeah.
Or your hair lightens to like a gross orange.
Yeah.
Like that is putting that on me, because I'm sending you out with that hair, and I want to give you the best look that I can. Exactly. And if you're not honest, that things can happen.
Yeah, like the orange hair, if they aren't going to lift past a level 5 or 6, at least if we knew that, we can show them pictures and justify our quote.
Exactly.
But if we are standing there over promising and under delivering because we didn't know what was on their hair or on their ends, like from 4 years ago, that they think didn't matter because they told us the last 6 months, well, that changes things.
Most of the time you can tell.
Yeah.
But if it has been a while, sometimes you can't, but then you're wondering, why is half my hair a level 8 and the rest is only a level 4?
Yeah, exactly.
Another one I put down is kind of ties into that a little bit, but clear communication.
Yeah.
Like between you and your stylist. Again, I think last week I talked about my buzz cut experience. Just, I don't care if you think you're being annoying or picky or whatever. If you don't like something, tell me. If I do your entire haircut and then you're like, actually, I want it shorter, tell me. Like, 100%. I want you to tell me these things. Because, again, I want to deliver the best I can for you.
And it sucks for everyone if you have to do a haircut twice because they want more off. And that sucks for the client and the stylist just because they have to sit there longer. But that's what we want. That's our job. You're not getting paid for another haircut. Like, we truly want people to pay and be happy when they leave.
Exactly. Like, I'm just speaking for myself, but I think a lot would agree. I always start with taking off a little bit
less.
Yes, I can take off less, and then
you can work up
exactly.
more. Exactly.
Because if I take off the most, I can't put it back.
No, 100%. And sometimes you can just tell, like, when a client's being iffy that they need less off. I actually had somebody yesterday who told me, he said he wanted a Caesar haircut, but he said that he wanted it to have clippers all over. He wanted like a number 3 or 4 on the side, and then he thought he wanted 1 inch left on the top, like a number 8 1 inch. I was literally like, I don't know if you were standing there or not, but Monica overheard it, and I, like, right around his temple, I had went in with the 8, and he's like, whoa, you're not buzzing the whole thing, are you? And then he's like, wait, that's my fault. I totally thought that he meant 1 inch off. He was super apologetic, and so was I, and I was really glad, but, like, sometimes even if there's clear communication, it's the wrong. And we need to remember as stylists too, like,
our clients aren't stylists.
They aren't stylists. We've really got to ask. Even a simple clipper cut, like scissors, and because both me and Ella now in the last week have run into this. I was super grateful that it wasn't like Ella's where I was halfway through the top and we realized, where I was right by the temple. I could blend it in super easy. You would never even know. We both had a good laugh out of it, but clear communication, honestly. I agree. Another one I had is, during haircuts, don't be on your phone. It makes it really hard. When you're getting color, it's easier. I mean, it is hard when your head's moving around. We're trying to do foils. That can suck sometimes, but much more doable. But when we're doing a haircut, I need your head where I need your head. So if you're looking down, and also your arms outside the cape, you're going to get covered in hair.
Exactly. Like, it's like, what's the point of the cape?
What's the point in the cape? So don't go on your phone. That's just my opinion. I don't think you should be on your cell phone when you're getting a haircut. It just makes it so much harder, and you're moving your head more. Could start laughing. Like, just keep your head still. If I want it down, if I want it like neutral, get the phone out of there. Kids, whatever. Kids, their heads are moving all the time anyway. So if you throw a phone in there, fine, whatever. It doesn't really add to the struggle. But as an adult, I think that we can get haircuts without having to be on our cell phone. If your phone rings, I always say, do you need to get that? And if they need to go on their phone, I don't care. I step to the side. I definitely don't creep over people's shoulders
not
either.
At all.
I can't. I get like,
super
I'm
awkward.
So scared that I'm going to see something I shouldn't see. So I'm not looking at people's phones.
I also did actually put that one down. I'm the same, but like, if I have you looking down, like, especially like a lady, and you have long hair and it's taking me a bit in the back and you're looking down anyway, if you can look down and be on your phone and not move it, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just put like, okay, if you're going to be on your phone, just please don't ignore me.
Yeah.
If I'm asking you something, it's because I need to know.
Yeah.
And if you're like, oh, sorry, what? That's fine. I'll say it again. But like, that's how things can get miscommunicated. Exactly.
And distracted. And if you need to take a phone call, it's better to take the phone call and then continue the haircut.
Exactly.
Because if you're on your phone, like, that's just a whole bunch of...
That's where it's like, who's talking to me at this point? Yeah, do what you want. Wait, no. Yeah, that's where.
Then they're, like, moving their head and, like, sometimes instinctively putting their hands in their hair. Like, too much distraction with the phone.
And that's another thing, that just, like, respecting your stylist. That's just a big thing. Don't ignore. I get it. Some people don't want to have conversations and they just want it to be silent. But, like, if you're someone who doesn't like to talk in the chair, at least just the bare minimum, just so we don't screw up your hair.
Exactly. Don't just say, I want my hair shorter. Yeah. What does shorter mean? Don't just say, just cut it. Well, there's 100 different ways to cut your hair. I agree. You don't need to hold a whole conversation, do small talk, yada yada, but have that clear communication and
just the respect, like, yes, please, thank you. Your manners, like, just common things.
Yeah.
Something that people I don't find it rude, but it adds more pressure. Is like, yeah, the last person really screwed up my hair,
Yeah.
so I'm here now, but don't do the same thing.
Yeah. So what was it that you did not like?
Like, I did a gentleman's hair, and he was like, yeah, the last haircut I really didn't like at all, so that's why I'm changing it this time, but I don't want you to do the same thing. I don't find that rude, because I
Yeah.
get it, you don't want your hair that,
Yeah.
but that is putting pressure,
Yeah.
more extra pressure on me. You could just say, I have gotten a haircut, I didn't like this about it.
Exactly.
Because then I know not to do that.
Yeah, that goes back to the clear communication.
Exactly. A lot of this has to do with communicating.
Yeah, we're totally open to anything, but you got to be specific and give us something to work with. Like, I think we both agree, and we might have even said it before, the best haircuts or colors are when the client almost is telling you what to do because they know what they want specifically.
100%.
And you know, like, okay, I at least know what I'm working with. I can make you happy. Whereas people who are just like, I don't care, I don't know. If they don't know the number clipper, I don't really care, but you need to have a conversation with me and let me tell you how long each clipper guard is, so that there's a big difference between a 2 and a 5 or a 2 and a 4. Like,
there's a difference between wanting an inch left and wanting an inch off.
Yes, 100%. And that's what he did. He's like, actually, I wanted an inch off, not an inch left. And he had like 4 inches on top. So that would have been like a disaster, honestly. But,
well, that's good that you were able to blend it.
Yeah, thank God.
Obviously, I think this one, again, a lot of this just seems like common courtesy, even. I just put keep your stylist station clean. Like, if you bring in a coffee, yes, I get it, you might forget, that's fine. But, like, just please try to take your garbage with you.
Yeah. Or if you don't want to take it with you, be like, do you have a garbage I can
Absolutely. Like, I'll throw it out for you.
I'll throw it out for you.
And now the last one I wrote, which also ties in to as a stylist as well, is you need to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
I've gotten some people in my chair, big talkers, like, that's totally fine. But they might start to then get into things that don't need to be talked about.
That's fair.
Like, we say in hairdressing, you don't talk about money, you don't talk about politics. Yeah. What else do we not talk about? Just things like that.
I don't know, because we talk about everything.
But there's some people, they could be talking about how they had a terrible day at work, like their manager, boss, or even coworker. You don't know who's getting a haircut behind you.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
When it comes to talking about people especially, just don't.
Or just whisper, because I do like to get the tea.
Fair.
But yes, you need to be careful on, and like, if there's kids in the salon,
exactly, because there are some people who like their choice of words.
Yes, and you got to be careful on who's around. 100%, I agree on that. Like,
how do you know that's not my cousin's sister that you're talking about? Like,
sitting right there. Yeah, I agree. And I agree that that's both the stylist side and actually that ties into what I had wrote down for the stylist etiquette is don't talk smack about clients to your other clients. Yeah. I mean, try not to talk smack about your clients at all. Sometimes it's warranted, though. That's any industry, but you got to be careful who you're around, because like you said, especially where we live in Prince Edward Island, it's super small. Everyone knows everyone. You could be talking about Sue and Sue's sister sitting right there. So exactly. You better be careful.
And again, that's not something we do, is talk about our clients.
No.
But like, if you have a returning client in your chair who you've done their hair for this many years and you just had a really bad experience and you're talking about it and be like, oh, this just happened in my haircut.
Yep.
You shouldn't be naming names. You shouldn't be talking about it, period. Because again, if you might slip up and be like, yeah, no, Sue was so rude.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Sue's ex-husband's new wife. Yes, like, literally, you don't know.
It's true. And you don't want to make your clients feel like, oh, they're just going to talk crap about everyone.
Exactly.
Too.
What are they going to say about me?
You need to have some confidential. I agree. And like, we all have a life. We all have crazy stories. If you're going to talk about it with your client, you got to make sure your level of voice is appropriate, because I've also had clients in my chair, the stuff that they're talking about like makes me gasp, and that takes a lot to make me be like, oh my God.
And if you're feeling that, imagine people.
The whole salon. So you just like, and that's both sides, because I've also seen and heard stylists who are saying way too much, way too loud. It's just the level of your voice, because it's very much known in this industry. Like, we're part therapist.
Yeah,
obviously
you're a therapist.
we're a therapist. Like, we hear a lot, we see a lot. Our clients come in for all different things and totally welcome to talk to us about it.
100%.
You just got to, like Ella said, be aware of your surroundings and who can hear what you're saying.
I just think out of that, I can be your shoulders. If you're going to come in one time, I'll never see you again. That's fine. If you're going to keep coming in, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But if there's deeper things that are being talked about, personally, I feel it should be the client who's telling you and you're listening.
Yes.
You shouldn't be
Trauma
unloading
dumping,
on them.
100%. Like, especially certain topics, because you don't know what's going to trigger somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think we were kind of taught that in hair school too. Like, we are going to take on a lot and hear a lot from people, which is fine, but don't be returning it as much.
No,
as, like,
exactly.
Obviously, you develop relationships with clients, especially reoccurring ones, and you talk about things or you have common ground, but your clients very much need to lead the conversation.
Yeah.
I agree with that too. And you got to be careful. And we've had slip ups with kids in the salons, whether it's cursing or talking about topics that kids don't any business hearing about, or ruining things for them. So
yes, just be aware of your surroundings.
Yes, I like that one. I agree.
And again, respecting boundaries.
Yeah. And
if they don't want to talk,
don't make them.
You're gonna know. You will know by how they sit down in your chair and what they give you.
100%. And not everyone actually, that was my next one. Not everyone wants to talk. I agree. And don't force the conversation. I know it can feel awkward, but you get used to it and just like enjoy the silence. If they want the silence, if you can tell they want to talk, try and
You'll
talk.
know. Yeah.
And keep the conversation going.
And that is something, I don't know about you, but especially at the shampoo bowl, I just talk for a minute or something, and then I go quiet, because the shampoo bowl is where they like to relax and stuff. And then I leave it to them.
Me too.
If they're going to talk, perfect. I know they want to talk. If they're just sitting there quiet, I know they're just enjoying it. 100%. And that's not rude.
No, I don't think so either. Let them totally. I mean, someone's scrubbing your head and like giving you a scalp massage, please.
I think every single time I do a hair wash or shampoo, someone's like, this is the best part. Like, I get that every time, because it is. It's relaxing.
And even as stylists, our muscle memory kicks in and we're like zoned off. If you look at a hairstylist washing hair, they're like half drooling, staring at the ceiling, like zoned out completely, because they're
like, I want someone to wash my hair.
Yeah, there's hairstylists. Our muscle memory is an amazing thing that kicks in. And I think the shampoo bowl is one of them.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we definitely need to respect the boundaries of... Oh, another thing I was going to say about boundaries is when it comes to product, you really got to be like...
Yeah,
we don't need push it. Exactly. We obviously are here to educate and here to help them understand why certain things may be better than others, but don't keep pushing, and don't be one of those stylists who makes them feel like crap because
they don't get something.
They don't get professional products. No. Like, try and at least help them work with what they got and maybe suggest switching up. Like, for me, a hair mask is a big thing to try and recommend to people, but like, it's hard times out there for everyone.
100%.
People are doing the best they can, and we just can't be pushing them too much.
And I get clients, like, they ask me, what can they do better? I will tell, you can do this, but there's also this that you can use. We do have it. You will actually get 20% off because you're getting a service. And I let them know. And then I leave it at that. Like, I'm not going to keep pushing because I know you're already paying for a haircut.
Yep.
But if they're really interested and, like, seem super invested in it, I will, like, kind of like take lead when checking them out and be like, hey, this is what this looks like if you want it now, or if you ever think and want it again.
Yeah, I don't keep mentioning it if they don't, but I'm the same as you.
Yeah. Keep your station clean, have your manners, respect your client, like all those normal things.
Because they really do. Everything we said does go two ways. Even when it comes to like being late, because
good time management.
It's the same as at the doctor's office. I know there's people being like, you can charge me if I'm late, but if I show up and I'm waiting 15-20 minutes, it's really hard on the stylist side. Like, there's different reasons why that happened, and we hate it just as much as you do. But sometimes, like, maybe a client's late, or maybe if we're doing a color, like, something happened chemically that we have to work with.
If we're doing a kid's cut, they might have got scared. Like, 100%. Things happen. And
someone
I get
has
that.
thick hair. Someone needs 2 haircuts because they didn't get it cut short enough on the first go around.
But then again, that goes to show that's if you have a request. Because again, we are walk-in.
Yeah.
So if someone finishes before you, they're going to take them.
Exactly.
They're not going to jump and skip them if they've been there first. But if you have a request and you see them, you could also just be like, excuse me, to your client, I'm going to be right back. Go to them and be like, hey, I'm so sorry. I am just running 10, 15 minutes behind. Like, if you want to go, just grab a coffee, like something like that, depending, or just be like, I will be with you as soon as I can.
I've also seen stylists give like complimentary hair masks or like something at another salon I worked at, like we had coffee and stuff, so we'd give them that. Like
there's magazines and stuff out there,
there's things that you can do to try and like let them know, hey, I know I'm running behind, I see you, I appreciate your patience.
And that's a big thing. If you know they are there for you, to just acknowledge, hey, I see you, I'm sorry, this is what's happening. A lot of the time they're just going to go on their phone and be like, that's fine.
And in our salon too, it's easier than other, like, at least we're not appointments. So if somebody's late or somebody has to cancel or someone has to move their appointment, it's 9 times out of 10, like, it's not going to mess anything up.
Not messing up your day.
Yeah. It's not like where other salons where you have appointments back to back to back and that 15, 20 minutes really does make or break. Because I've been there when I was at a different salon where it was appointment, I would get real nervous if I thought that I was going to run late. Because if that's your first appointment, that can just back everything right up.
100%.
That's another reason I like the walk-in aspect.
I think we covered it slightly. Like, we're a same-day booking.
Yeah.
You can, if we open at 9, right at 9 o'clock and be like, okay, there's a slot at 11. I want with Ella. Like, you can do that the same day.
Online.
That is the only thing. If you have a no-show for a color, because a color is pre-booked, you're blocked out for, say, 3 hours where people can't book with you. Yeah. It's the only thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I really do like deal. I love the walk-in. I love that they can book online same day. You cannot book a haircut over the phone with us. And now that we're talking about this, I haven't felt the pressure ever of being late or backed up. No. I never had to. I've not had 2 colors back to back, nor do I think we would. Like, we do limit our colors in the run of a day as well at the salon, so that you still have people cutting. Exactly, because you need to keep that walk-in aspect.
That's the only time I feel like bad or feel the pressure is when, because we say we're not appointments, but you can book online, is when someone might have been sitting there for 10 minutes, but then someone shows up and they have booked online,
and you have to take them. I know. I always say that. I'm like, they booked online. Sorry.
But now, if they're walking in and don't have an appointment, the person who's been sitting there for 10 minutes, you're going to go first.
Exactly.
And then the next person's going to go. It just sucks when not everyone knows about booking online. And then they're like, why are you skipping me? I've been here for 15 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry. Not skipping you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I have a couple more.
Okay. Let's talk about them. I like
just,
them.
Again, active listening to your client.
Yep.
And now the 3 I have left, I think, are very important. 1, creating a comfortable environment for your client.
Yes.
Again, lots of people have had bad haircuts, and that's why they let their hair grow. Or lots of people have just had a bad day. Like, you don't know. When they're sitting in your chair, you should be making them feel like it is them and just them in the room. And that's who you're worried about.
100%.
You shouldn't be like, oh, my phone's going off. Oh, what do I have to do later? Like, you should be focused on
hungry.
Them.
What am I going to order for lunch? Exactly. I mean, obviously, we love to talk about food, so that can be brought into a conversation, but don't make your client feel like, oh, I'm keeping them from lunch or I'm keeping them from something.
Exactly.
Today, my client, she, like I said, this was a very big deal for her. She was very indecisive. She was very indecisive if she wanted to pay, what she was going to pay, because she didn't know. She literally needed like 20 minutes before I started coloring her hair. She had to talk to her husband. I think she talked to a friend. I think I did a good job at making her feel and understand it's okay.
Yeah,
you 100%. Take your time.
Exactly.
I know not everyone would have that luxury if they were in a salon with the appointments like we talked about, but I am very grateful at our salon that we can make the environment for them very comfortable.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Another one, handling a difficult situation. You need to be as calm as you can and respectful as you can. Luckily, knock on wood, at least, again, I haven't been there long, but I haven't seen people outburst and rage and be rude.
Yeah.
I haven't seen our manager or anyone have to step in other than maybe once or twice, just like for a second set of eyes. But if you have someone who's yelling at you, things like this, you're going to be upset, obviously, but you shouldn't yell back.
No.
That's where you have to get into professional mode and be like, look, this behavior is not okay. You're going to leave with half of a haircut if you can't calm down. Like, let's get this figured out. You have to be professional. You need to stay calm because if you get into fighting with them, other people see that. And then are like, bad. One, why is this person yelling? Maybe did they screw up? Like, what's happening? They don't know what's happening. And then if they see you yelling, it'd be like, well, why are they getting so defensive?
100%. It doesn't look good.
Your surroundings. People are going to see it.
You need to be aware. Yeah, I've had a few clients that may be upset a little bit, but I follow that same rule. I'm very thankful for a job that I had before this where I was a team lead in a call center because that taught me like de-escalating. And like you said, don't yell back. Get your manager if you have to, or another set of eyes. We work with a lot of people around us of all different stages, but I mean, if it was you and me in the salon alone, I'd still be like, Ella, can you give me a set of eyes here to help this person just to try and calm them down? Because maybe they see something that we don't see. So a fresh set of eyes is only going to help. And it just makes them feel, at least it makes the client feel like you do care and you're not just writing them off. Like, we're trying here.
But again, that doesn't say if someone is disrespecting you and being rude or just totally inappropriate, you have the right to not like be stern, I guess. 100%. Be like, this is not okay. Like,
that's very inappropriate.
I don't think I don't know, last week, did we talk about my experience?
No, we didn't.
So again, I'm newer. Thankfully, I haven't had too many confrontations, but I had a client who was very short with anything I asked and didn't want anything cut off in the bang area. And then I showed him at the end and he was very upset. He said I didn't know how to do a full haircut. And he himself then decided to take my shears off of my desk and cut his bangs.
That is a no-no.
Don't ever touch your stylist's equipment. It is very expensive.
And it's a liability.
But in that moment, all I could do was my jaw just, I was like, what is happening? Like, this is not okay.
No.
And so sometimes you're going to have those moments where you're just going to be like, okay, shocked. This happened. Yep.
I feel bad too when I look back because I was there with Ella when that happened and all I could do was like cover my laugh and walk to the back. And after I was like, oh my God, I should have said so. But I was so shook. I couldn't believe it. And then she told me after what he was saying, like telling her, like, do you not know how to cut hair? Like, why are you asking me these questions? I'm asking you these questions because you're picking up my scissors to cut your own bangs, sir. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. That's another on my part where I should have not been nervous and been like, the way you're speaking to me isn't okay. Like, if this is going to continue, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to continue or finish this haircut. But then that also goes to show you're going to have those moments where you're actually like, what the hell just happened and what do I do?
I couldn't.
Because at that point, all I wanted, it was the end of the haircut. I just wanted him gone and out of my chair. So I was like, okay, give me those.
And I literally heard him say not to touch his, like, I heard him tell you not to cut his bangs.
Like,
there's just some people you're not going to please. And it's wild.
The last thing I have written down, I think we did talk about a little bit, but just always encourage your clients to say what they want and get their feedback. If there's something they don't like, again, tell me. I want to know. 100%. What can I change? I will change it for you. And I get some people who are like, do this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm being bossy. No, I actually love that.
So do I.
Like,
I really do. You want. I don't know if we're like unpopular opinion on that, but I do too. Like when they know, and then I can say, like, if you don't like it, you told me to do it, bud. Sorry. Like, I was just doing what you told me.
Exactly.
I don't like, though, when you're halfway, like, you're only halfway through the haircut and they're, like, picking up and touching hair that you haven't touched. Or even, like, just don't touch your hair when your hair is getting cut. Please. Leave it alone and trust the process.
If we have you looking crazy, there's a reason.
Yes, like, trust the process. We have to go through it and Yeah, don't be touching your hair. In our salon, there was a stylist who like almost cut off the fingers of a client because they kept putting their hands in their hair even though she was like right there with the
Oh
clippers or the
my gosh.
scissors.
Yeah. And
Don't.
again, that goes with clear communication as your stylist as well.
Yeah. 100%.
And that's another thing I've learned about communication is when I say, how's that length?
Mhm.
I'm talking about like the length up top, but now I say, okay, I haven't blended yet because if you're doing a clipper cut, you're going to have that disconnect from where you did the clippers to your scissors.
Yeah.
So I say, I haven't blended yet. How is that length up top?
Yes, saves them
Because
be
the
looking at the
amount of people that are
side.
like, well, this is, yes, I
I
didn't
know.
blend that.
It's not blended. Or the short pixies and you're asking how the length is on top and they're like focused on their bangs that you haven't touched yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's again, everything that we have said really comes down to clear communication.
It does.
So if you don't have good communication skills, maybe we're going to inspire you because there's lots online and lots of TED Talks and lots of things that you can do to elevate your communication style and how you ask questions, and it can just save a lot of headache.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool. Well, Ella and I also wanted to talk about some hair myths today. We thought that would be fun.
I think that would be really fun
and I think this
because
is a good time to move into that.
there's so much that people actually think is true, and it's not.
100%. And there's stuff that we would have thought too until we went to hair school. Not all of it, but there's some stuff that is quite surprising when you come to learn about your hair. Yeah. Did you want to start us off?
I think we can both agree, first off the bat, getting a trim is not going to make your hair grow faster.
100%. And you know what? I don't believe a lot of hairstylists know that because you hear that all the time. That hairstylists say it's going to make your hair grow faster if you cut your hair.
No. What it is going to do is it's going to prevent breakage. You're probably taking off some of that breakage and split ends.
Yeah.
And it is going to make your hair look healthier.
Yes.
And maybe help the growing process now that it's not dead.
Yeah.
But your hair grows from your scalp.
Yeah.
Not from the bottom of your hair.
100%.
It's not going to grow faster.
Cutting the ends doesn't make it grow out of the follicle and the root any quicker. Now, I can understand why people think that because if they cut the split ends off and their hair is able to grow longer, it may feel like it's growing quicker, but that's because it's not splitting up the hair shaft.
Exactly. It's healthy.
It's healthy. And when your hair is split, it's going to break off. It's going to split up the shaft. It's not going to grow long. But let's stop telling people it's going to grow faster.
It's going to grow healthier.
It's going to grow healthier and longer and stronger.
And since you mentioned the hair follicle itself.
Yes.
Plucking your gray hairs isn't going to make double them grow.
No,
because
that's a myth that needs to die.
Your gray hair happens when the hair follicle itself stops producing the pigment in your hair.
100%.
And that's why that happens. So when it gets plucked, if you pluck one, two isn't going to grow from that same follicle.
No.
When it stops producing the pigment, that's why your hair is starting to turn
I wonder where
gray.
that came from. Like, why did that ever... It's probably because when you start getting gray hair, like, I'm sorry, there's more probably going to come. Yeah. So people pluck a gray hair and then they find another one or something and they think that they caused it. That's
Well, it's the same thing when
true.
They say, like, I don't, like, for women, like, when I wax my chin, say, they say try not to pluck in between because it interrupts the growth pattern.
Yeah.
But again, just because if I pluck one, it's the follicle. It's the two's not going to grow.
Yeah, you're not... One follicle isn't affecting the other follicles around it, exactly. I guess is what we're saying. So true.
So when you see gray hair, yes, they're there and they're stubborn and annoying, but you plucking them and then seeing more isn't because you took it out. It's because
you didn't do that.
It's done producing pigment.
100%.
I
also had about the trim making the hair grow. But also another one that I hear a lot is people thinking they have to switch up their shampoo and their conditioner because their hair gets used to it. Your hair is not getting used to shampoo and conditioner and it's suddenly not working anymore.
Like a placebo.
Yeah, like that's not a thing. Your hair, I fully believe that people's hair needs change. Your hair changes depending on your hormones, the type of year. Like
I don't use the same shampoo in the summer as I do in the winter.
Exactly. Like
my hair's drier in the summer.
Like there's so many reasons why we need to switch up our hair products with what's going on, but it's not because your hair is suddenly immune to a moisture conditioner. Like you need to switch up the brand or something. I don't know where that came from either. That one never made sense to me, but no, you don't need to switch it up to get because your hair is used to it. You need to switch it up because your hair needs changed for some reason. There's something else going on.
Medication. If you started a medication, that could literally,
if you're on your
anything
period,
can
like,
affect your hair.
So much things affect your hair. They say like your skin, your hair changes like every 7 years or something.
We should talk about that on some episode because there is literally so much. If you start a medication and then go get your hair done, it might not lighten as much as it used to.
And I've seen it.
And why is that? Because of a medication you started.
100%.
Go through menopause, that can have a huge effect on your hair.
Because this is a hot topic in the world right now. Ozempic is changing people's hair. And I'm not saying it's making it worse, but it's literally, you guys can Google it if you don't believe me and go see the stories of people. Their formula needs to change. And I'm not going to name names, but I have someone in my life that happened to.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Their gray was not covering. Like, I had to switch their formula completely. Wow. And even then it was still kind of sheer. I was shook and we were like, oh my God, it's Ozempic. And then
oh my God, yeah. We'll do that sometime.
We'll talk that's about a good one.
What can happen, like
what can affect your hair. Yeah. 100%.
Well, since you brought up shampoo, another one is people think if you have an oily scalp to skip conditioner. That's actually not true at all. Your oily scalp can actually benefit from conditioner. Just apply it from your mid-shaft to your ends and not your roots.
Yeah. Because oily hair can actually be dry.
Yeah.
Like your scalp could be overproducing oil because it's dry. I do believe and have seen that people with fine hair don't always need conditioner, especially a heavy one, and it makes their hair look more greasy or oily because it's like weighing it down. But yeah, oily hair
doesn't mean you need to skip it, but like your ends, I think anyone's ends can always benefit from conditioner.
100%. So, and if it's fine hair, just lighter or a leave-in conditioner would be well. But yeah, they don't need to skip conditioner. I actually had one oily hair as well, and it said oily hair means to shampoo more. That's also not true because I've had a lot of clients who don't know that you're supposed to shampoo your hair twice.
Yep.
So they're shampooing once, wondering why their hair gets so oily so quick. It's because they're not really washing out all the residue. But also, if your scalp is dry, your shampoo could be the culprit in drying out your scalp, and then it's getting
That
oily.
Is where you might need to switch a shampoo.
100%. There's your needs changing. Full circle moment. I love that.
But there's also conditioners and things like that are for dry scalp, oily scalp, things like that. Like I know there's some that are a scalp treatment or a scalp therapy.
I think we sell a scalp oil or treatment from Moroccan oil at our shop. There's so many out there. People even use like castor oil and stuff on their scalp.
But even like the scalp therapy ones are conditioners that are meant to be put on your scalp and it'll make it tingle. Not like tea tree. Tea tree can though, but like I know Nioxin is good for your scalp. If you have like dry scalp, it'll make it feel really good.
I think I haven't used Nioxin myself or looked into it too much, but I think that you can use that for a whole slew of issues. Yeah. And they have like a whole system and everything.
They have like numbers.
Yeah.
Like I think their number 3 is color safe.
Oh, cool. My friend used it too, actually.
I love it.
I also wrote that people think that you can repair split ends with products. And I see this on friggin' commercials. I'll see the commercials of like a product claiming to seal up that split end and completely repair it. You cannot make a split end better. You can make it sit down because of oil or a serum so that it looks like it's flat and not sticking out. But as soon as you wash your hair again, that split end is going to fly away. Yeah. You need to cut off split ends.
There is treatments that, again, will look like they seal them for the moment.
Yes.
Because it's
like a serum or oil.
Sticking them together.
Yeah.
But if you have a lot of split ends, you need to trim.
Yeah. It's not healing it where it's a reverse. Yeah. You can't reverse your split ends.
No, because it splits up the hair shaft.
Exactly. You can smooth it down so it's not sticking up and looking, but yeah, you can't repair it. If it's split, it's split. You need to cut that bad boy.
That's how you repair it.
Yeah.
Cold water makes your hair shinier. I hear this one a lot. Mm-hmm. I always end when I condition with a cooler water.
Me too.
Because it seals your cuticle for the moment. And that could give it the slightly shinier look.
Yeah.
But the shininess is coming from your hair being healthy.
Yeah.
Not because you use cold water. If your hair is healthy, that's why it's shiny.
Yeah.
Why they say to use cold water is because when you're using the hot water, your cuticle's open.
Yeah.
If you just end with a cooler water.
Mm-hmm.
You're sealing your cuticle back,
Mm-hmm.
and no oil and all that stuff's going to get in there.
Similar to your pores, how you
Yes.
open up your pores with heat or steam, and then you can kind of like, I know, and also Ella and I are aware you're not opening and closing it like a door. We get it. Like, that's the description of it, but we understand, like, you're not fully opening and closing it, but you're like smoothing it and
Yeah.
like, yes, putting it back to maybe more homeostasis.
Yes. My last one, I actually didn't know until we had a class at school that letting your hair air dry is good or okay for your hair.
Mm.
I never heard of that. I always let my hair air dry.
So what people think that it's not good?
No, that it is good.
Oh.
We had a lady come in actually at school.
Yeah.
And it is actually much more damaging for your hair
I heard that
to let it air
too.
dry. Leaving it wet and down for hours, especially if you sleep with it,
Yeah.
can actually cause it to stretch and break.
Because it's much more fragile.
And I never knew that.
Yeah.
See, you learn every day. I literally didn't learn this till 3 months ago.
And also, I think maybe we touched on this last episode where I had said, if you're blow drying your hair and you're using a good heat protector and you're not doing that, especially if you're someone who washes your hair 2 or 3 times a week, that's better for your hair because you're protecting it and you're getting it dry quicker. Because like Ella said, when your hair is wet, it's fragile, it's stretchy, and don't sleep with wet hair.
No. So
especially if you sleep with wet hair up in a bun or a ponytail,
it can really damage your hair.
It can cause some mold.
Yeah.
Mildew.
Yep. That's again, we're going to have to do that. What can actually happen in your hair? Because you can get mold in your hair.
Mildew, yes. And it's true. And you see it all the time. People who wear their hair up. And I know, actually, I read, it was on Reddit, I think, some girl, she couldn't understand why she was like having respiratory issues. It was because she had mildew in her hair because she always wears her hair up and it'll take like a day and a half or 2 to dry. And you can't see it, but the spores are there developing.
Like, I always went to bed with my hair wet and I still woke up and it was wet.
Yeah.
It's because it's not good for you.
No.
I don't dry my hair all the time. My hands hurt.
I know.
But I will towel dry it the best I can.
Yeah.
Sit with it for a little bit and then dry it a bit.
Yeah.
I don't go to bed with my hair wet anymore.
No, me either. I really don't. I used to, and when I was in hair school, that's when I learned that you shouldn't go to bed with your hair wet. And then a few years later, I read that thing on Reddit, and I was like, oh my god, I'm never doing that. It scared the crap out of me. Especially me, I have such thick, coarse, curly hair. Like, my hair will, if I wash my hair today and I put it up, I'm serious, in 2 days, it would still be wet.
And another thing, you don't need to wash your hair every day. That is worse for your hair.
In the summer, I wash it more just when I get really sweaty. But in the winter, I 100% will go 5 to 6 days between hair washing.
Like, if you're sweating, yes, wash it every day.
Yeah. Or wash around like your hairline and stuff where you're really sweaty. Yeah. And I know like people who work out really hard and stuff, it's not as easy. You kind of can't get away with it. But if I wash my hair every day, it's worse.
Yeah. It makes mine greasier.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why. But I'm someone who I can get in the shower and wash my body and not wash my hair. But there's some people who are like, no, if I'm getting in the shower, I have to do it all.
Wash it all? No, I just throw my hair up.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything else.
No, me either. If you guys have any myths at home or any salon etiquette, we would love the feedback.
Or anything you want to know.
Yes, let us know for sure. And if you have any questions regarding those myths or you have any follow-up, please let us know. We welcome all the feedback, all the emails, all the engagement. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're everywhere now.
Yes, on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. If you follow our TikTok, the only link I was able to directly put is our YouTube channel.
Nice.
So that's where you can find that.
Yeah.
It takes you directly there rather than having to like look it up.
Yeah.
And
I think we'll add our email into all these as well. That way, if anyone ever wants to just shoot us an email instead of a message, do that. But we would love it if we got some questions, comments, feedback, any topics that you want.
And again, thank you so much. Like, that first episode, we actually got such good feedback, and it was just so exciting.
Happy. It was so fun. We have lots of big plans with this. We hope you guys are enjoying it. However tangled your day feels, we hope this episode helps smooth a few strands. Remember, you're doing your best.
Send us your stylist stories, confessions, or any questions for us to answer. Catch us next week on Untangle It All with Ella and Emily.